Here's something you don't see every day: grazing land right next to retirement homes. Both the Circle Square Ranch and the nearby neighborhoods are owned by On Top of the World Communities, a real estate company owned by the Colo family. The man responsible for managing the cattle and caring for the ranch is E.L. Strickland, who has called this part of Florida home for his entire life.
We're what is known as a cow-calf operation, and we use only two types of bulls. We use Hereford bulls and we use Bremer bulls. We have one purebred herd of Herefords that we breed the Bremer bulls to get that F1 tiger stripe cattle, which is so popular here in the southeast.
Circle Square Ranch raises 1,200 head of cattle on 9,000 acres of land. The nearby residents are proud to have the ranch as their neighbor and consider the cattle part of the community as well.
Circle Square Ranch is carved out of the middle of a huge development, and they're able to be right across the fence from obvious spectators and multitudes of eyes looking over their shoulder about what they're doing.
They like to think the cows are theirs. For instance, I had one lady in one pasture next to their houses. I have to rotate the cows, you know, and she stopped me. She said, "Where's my cows?" I said, I just had to take them to get them something to eat, but they'll be back as soon as the grass grows.
The grass is a key component of the ranch's success. Because of the sandy soil, the ranch uses grasses it can support rather than trying to change the land with lots of soil amendments. In addition, the cattle are rotationally grazed to help preserve and protect the pastures.
We fortunately have enough land where we can move them, if no more than just 2 weeks, move them for 2 weeks and then rotate them back. It protects the vegetation and it protects the soil. Part of our rotation is renovation. We call it renovation. We have to renovate these pastures every 6 or 7 years, and what we do is we'll put them in peanuts, and that way we get all the lime and calcium that we need in the soil for years. And then we'll come back in the wintertime and we'll plant winter wheat for grazing. And when the winter wheat's gone, we'll put it back in peanuts for 2 to 3 years, and it just does a tremendous job. And then we'll go back and put it back in this bahia grass. There's a tremendous root mass under this bahia grass, and when we renovated it, it goes back into the soil. We've been renovating some of these pastures over 30 years, and they're more productive than the newer pastures.
Circle Square has no natural surface water sources. Water for the cattle comes from deep wells, while the retirement community supplies storm water and gray water for the crops. An abundance of wildlife calls the ranch home, including many protected and endangered species, such as the scrub jay and the burrowing owl.
When we started using wildlife biologists as consultants, you know, first thing, you know, they say, well, you know, you got a lot of wildlife. I say, yeah, we've been taking care of them forever. I mean, it's just natural.
Each of those listed species out here actually has a very viable population, and they're doing great. And I really think it's due to EL's management. And I really believe he's found that balance to have a great working landscape with the ranch and also allow the wildlife to have their place as well.
The ranch has also set aside 300 acres for gopher tortoises that are displaced due to construction of new homes.
Well, we have several areas fenced off. When they do encroachment with development, we catch all the tortoises and we put them in these fenced areas, and that way they got a retirement home forever.
E.L. has devoted his career to making Circle Square Ranch a thriving cattle operation, while at the same time protecting Florida's native plants and wildlife. In 2008, he was selected Outstanding Rancher by the Florida Cattlemen's Association, and he's always willing to share his knowledge with other ranchers across the state.
We want the people around us to understand that we're in the cow business, but we're also environmentalists.
Not many people you meet are as forthright as E.L. is, and is so willing to show his operation and show his concerns. I remember in the early days, it was kind of a treat to get him to ride me around and show me what he was doing. They're the diamond in the rough, right here in the heart of Central Florida where development is king.
If you're going to be in the cattle business and run a ranch, you have to look at everything and protect it. I want to stay here keep at it, and I'm going to keep all this wildlife intact and these cattle and all this rotation, and as long as I can go, I'll be here. We're nowhere near done. When I leave this place, however how I leave it, it'll be in good shape.